Anyway, let's try to make a fast recap of what did we had here for the YouTube guys and for you guys, for the ones that didn't actually manage to pay attention. So let's see. The first thing that they actually showed us was, what is this? Whatever. The first thing was, by the way, these days the streams are way more short than they used to be, right? So we're gonna finally have the balance adjustment. Between them, I think, I don't even know who's gonna be more used. Maybe Basar. Hopefully. They're actually gonna have the first change on a sign, the Sagittarius Soul Weavers. They're gonna finally change the attack that they get to effect resistance, which is way more useful. And they're gonna put like more basic attack on the stats that they have right away. They're finally gonna release the Book of Memories. In that way, you can replay the side stories that you have missed. So, yeah. I'm gonna probably use Shaw from the ones that they're gonna buff. Anyway, you actually have to pay. They're gonna show it here.
How the Book of Memories?
Wait. You're actually gonna have to pay 900 Skystones to enter, but you're gonna get some of the rewards right away. So it's gonna cost less stamina. So I think it's worth it. Then again, we're gonna have to see if you actually, because they don't actually show. They show like here. You're gonna get these things right away, right? When you pay. So it's gonna take a bit less stamina to get everything from the event. And it doesn't actually have maybe the reputation. So it doesn't actually have the shop to buy everything. AP exchange? Wait, what? I don't know. They didn't actually show us how it's gonna work and how expensive the things are gonna be to buy everything else. But just by the fact that you're gonna get some things right away, like the unit, the artifact and everything, I think it's gonna make it worth it, even if you have to pay to enter 900 Skystones. It's still gonna be decent. And the first two are gonna be the Halloween one, the Shadow of Rivenwing Manor, and the Yuna one, Rengar's Chaotic Full Moon Festival. Here they showed like what you get from doing, you know, the first clear on them, but they didn't actually show you like this, you know, adventure points exchange thing. To see if you have to buy the other things by farming again, like some level. Maybe you don't have to, I don't know. Maybe you just have to clear it once. I actually don't know. They didn't show. They're gonna add the Chronicle. I can take the sound off. The Book of Memories, where you can see like the story of the game, based on the side stories and everything, if you like the lore of the game. And I think you should look into it because it's actually decent. You have like all of it. It's really nice. I like this a lot. If you guys don't know what are the changes, I think I can put a link in the description to the official page where you can actually see like what they're gonna change on these units. Of course, the World Arena, it's finally gonna end, the RTA. If you didn't manage to get to Master, you're gonna get the skin. If you didn't manage to get to Master, try to get to Master. If you manage to, you still have a bit of time. If you didn't, at some point they're gonna put it in the shop to buy it with skin currency, but who knows when. Talking about putting skins in the, you know, the skins from RTA, the ML skins, in the skin shop, they actually decided to finally put ML Tenebria skin, but it's gonna cost 110 skin currency. Like skin tickets, which is a lot, So yeah, try to get to master in arena. In that way you don't have to pay this much, you know, for a skin. It's almost 2 normal skins for one. So I think they should add more ways to get skin currency, because we really don't get enough. But yeah, I think they should put them somewhere, maybe in side stories. I don't know. We should get more skin currency. We have some changes to RTA. If you are making like a room, you can actually decide how many you can pre-ban every time you are fighting. You're gonna have here like, you can click on this icon and you can choose not having a pre-ban, 1 pre-ban, 2 pre-bans, or 3 pre-bans. In that way you can maybe spice it up, you know, when you make your room. And imagine, even by having 2 pre-bans, you can change the meta just by that. You're just gonna ban not 2 meta units, but you can ban 4. So people are gonna have just to, you know, compensate with that and use other units. Imagine with 3, which is gonna be 6 pre-banned units. That's gonna change the meta. If, at least in tournaments, of course, this is not gonna be a normal RTA. When you're playing to get a rank, this is gonna be only in rooms. But if people are gonna try to make some tournaments or not, maybe they can make the tournaments more interesting just by doing this. And yeah, they showed here like they banned 6 units. We're gonna have the drop rate for charts. If you like charts, there you go. If you don't, there you go anyway. And the artifact, Justice for All, it's decent on him. I actually prefer it more on, even they said in the Fisher stream, on Fire Charlotte. If you use her, you probably don't use her. You should probably use her, but yeah. And of course, we had the Speciality Change reveal, and was, I'm gonna show you guys.
The music you've been waiting for.
Muse Rima.
Let me perform it for you. All right, how inspiring.
So yeah, this is the Speciality Change. We're gonna have the Rima Speciality Change, which is basically a reverse trap. Some people were thinking that he's a him. I was thinking that he's a him. Apparently he's a her. Yeah. They're gonna change the skill. What's the difference? Decrease the skill cooldown by 3 turns and increase the attack for 2 turns now. Okay. It's gonna be probably useful. Don't forget that it's gonna be on, if you use her on auto, it's just gonna, sometimes it's not gonna work that well, just because it's probably you're gonna use the skill on some random unit that you don't want to. But on auto can be, on manual is gonna be way more powerful. It's gonna get on the skill tree more HP, more effectiveness, and it's gonna give effectiveness even for the other people in the team. Quick shot, which is the basic attack, is gonna, if you're gonna do a critic hit, which at this point you're probably gonna have to build him with, you know, 100% crit chance, is gonna reduce the skill cooldown of the caster by 1 turn every time. So you can actually build him maybe with counter, dual attacks. It's a ranger, so you can put Rosa Hargana. In that way he can cycle faster, and in that way he can use way more often the ultimate, right? In that way he can decrease the cooldown of some other unit every time. They actually showed it that can be really useful on the Fire Expedition. You can maybe use it even in Wyvern, because the boss can actually do because it can actually put speed debuff. I don't know how it's called. Slow. It can put the slow debuff and defense break for 2 turns. And if all the units in your team are gonna be water units, it's actually gonna increase the combat readiness of the allies, of the ally with the highest attack. But again, It's one of those that has a requirement like haste, and I think there was someone else that I don't remember right now that have like these requirements, you know, of having all the team with the same element. Then we have even this skill, the second one, which has a chance to put the people to sleep for 1 turn, and it has a chance to put defense break. I was telling you guys, yeah, the defense break is not on the first skill, it's on the second one, but it's 100%. And I don't know the cooldown on it, but you can actually decrease it by attacking with the basic one. So you can probably keep the defense break all the time, maybe. It's gonna have a chance to decrease the combat readiness of the target by 10. He has 117 speed. Yeah, it's actually decent speed. Most of the rangers have decent speed, so you can actually make him fast in that way, you know. He cycles the turns faster. In that way, he's gonna decrease the cooldown of the skills, so he can, you know, spam the skills, the defense break and whatnot more often. They showed the quest that you have to do to get her. I still in my head is like a him, but I know it looks a bit weird for me, but whatever. Which you have to eliminate 500 of the robotic animal thingy to give him 6 catalyst and acquire 2000 adventure points in Britannia. It's okay, it's not that bad. You can use the adventure points anyway to buy catalyst and whatnot, so it's not a bad one. They showed the drop rates for the next week, which is gonna be Tamarin and Artifact. If you are new to the game or you have problems in PV like Abyss or Hell Raid, she can probably help. All the guys that you're gonna see for Abyss, most of them, or for Hell Raid, in a way or another, they're gonna have Tamarin, just because she's really OP in PV. If you just think about PvP, then probably don't pull for her, but yeah. And we're gonna have even Vivian and her artifact as a drop rate next week. So if you want Vivian maybe for Azumanik, whatever she's called, or Banshee, she can actually be used even in PvE. Yeah, she can actually be used even in PvP as a cleaver. It can give even immunity, which is not bad. So she's actually a decent unit. And we're even gonna have next week her side story, an uphill battle. So I get ready for that. To use way more stamina to use a lot of stamina to finish a side story again. I hope it's gonna be a decent one. Then think about this. Then they showed the Mystic Summon rotation. We're gonna have the ML Bazaar and the ML Kawana. ML Kawana is new. They showed it though the previous stream. And ML Bazaar, because they decided to buff him, so they decided to put him in the Mystic rotation for that. We're actually going to have some quality of life. We're going to have 50 more slots for the equipment inventory, which is, I'm really hyped for it, just because I'm a hoarder. I never have space. Every time I have to do a hunt, every couple of runs, I have to, you know, get rid of some items just because I don't have the space. Probably at some point I'm not going to have the space again, just because I'm going to keep probably too much useless gear. But at least for a bit, you know, I'm going to have some free space. Oh, they actually decided to reduce the energy required for expeditions from 16, 18, 20 to 14, 16, and 18. Which means that if you are doing them now, every 7 expedition you can do one for free, like an additional one. So you can do basically 8 now with the same amount of energy, I think. So it is decent. Is this decent? You know, on the long run, it's better, of course. And they actually decided to change more things with the expedition. They decided to change the amount of expedition points acquired. So now you're gonna get 60 points. Whatever level you do, you can do level 1, 2, or 3. In that way, you can finish at least to get the rewards from the expedition, if you're not really into it. Even if you should probably be, just because, you know, the reward that you get, you actually need the charms to change the gear and everything. So you should probably still do them anyways, but yeah. And they decided to change something else here. They decided to change the total points required to finish to get the rewards from 2100 to just 2000. It's just to make easier for everyone to finish them, you know. Maybe some people don't actually do them that often, or maybe they don't even manage to do like level 3 expeditions. Maybe they just do level 1, even if now it's not that worth it because you don't get the chance to change, you know, the substats in level 1, but you know. So the other thing was that starting from April, they're actually gonna add in the rewards that you're gonna get for each one of the expeditions. They're gonna give you like some gem selective chests for the gems that you need to change the substats, which is huge. It's huge. Because right now it's so hard to actually get, you know, the right one with the right set, with the right substat that you want. But now if you just do the expeditions and you finish, you know, and get all the rewards, you can actually choose which one you want every month. You get 2 of each. Like each boss are gonna have like some set. Let's say the fire one is gonna have speed and crit or something. I don't know which ones. Yeah, they're actually gonna give you some selection chests. Huge. Because yeah, I don't know, it's so hard. Like I think I did manage to get only 1 or 2 charms that are actually useful till now. And in this way, even if you don't play that much, maybe you can manage to do even level 1. If you manage to finish at least, you know, to get all the rewards, you can still get some gems. And yeah, decent. This is probably the biggest thing from everything that we had today. They showed like the things for the next Guilty Gear collaboration. We're gonna have it back in a bit on 31 of this month. We're gonna have one of those events where at the end of it you have to log every day. At the end of it you're gonna have a 5-star ticket, probably some gear somewhere around here, maybe not, I don't know, some summons, Molagoras, silver transmit stones. They actually showed how the summons are gonna be. We're actually gonna have, we're gonna have basically the same thing as the previous one with Cherise, Landy and Diane, where you can summon. After that, you're gonna get this special currency, and with it you can buy whatever unit you want. And apparently, we're actually gonna have a balance adjustment for Sol and Alfred. So yeah, I'm actually more hyped for Sol than Alfred, just because he's actually free. I think he was decent even before, but just because he's fire, it's, you know, he's not a bad unit actually. And Alfred, yeah, I should definitely need it, so we're gonna see. It's gonna be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, depends on the time zone, but yeah. So get hyped. Maybe you're actually gonna manage to use your Elfen now if you have her, or if you manage to get her from the summon, you're not gonna be disappointed, hopefully. Yeah, they showed like how it's gonna work. It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have this currency every time you summon, and with it you can buy the units. Apparently you can buy even Sol now from this. It's gonna be only 20 though. But yeah. Did we have something else? Nope, that was pretty much it. It was a decent one. Not the most hype one, but not bad.